Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Reed Option, and today we have the matchup of the week. Two undefeated powerhouses here. The Albuquerque River Monsters taking on the Raleigh Royals. Raleigh having the upper hand here with a 55% chance to win. Let's waste no time and get right into this thing. Albuquerque past 2 weeks winning in overtime, and Raleigh not needing to win in overtime, as both of these teams are 2-0. Both of these teams are also expansion teams in this year's NAGA, and Raleigh today at home, after being away for 2 games, will be wearing their alternates to start off the season here in Raleigh with their home opener here in week 3. All right, here we have the Albuquerque offense led by Ryan Walton. Before they can even get started, that'll be Brian Keene with the false start, taking them back a few yards to the 16. Not many injuries today. Both teams down a linebacker. Albuquerque down Aaron Davis till week 8, last week of the regular season. Raleigh down Marcus Moon since last week till week 5. That'll be BJ Austin out to the left, almost shedding the first tackler, ultimately being taken down by Justin Shepard. Justin Shepard being the rookie round 4 pick 90 for the Royals, and Austin will take it again up the middle to the right side, and Jesse Lane will take over on 3rd down. Now, here we are on our first 3rd down. Raleigh has a pretty locked down defense, and Lane will take it up to the left, and we'll see daylight heading up the sideline, the 30. He'll be down finally at the 29. Now this Albuquerque offense is quite high-powered. First overall in total yards this season, first in passing yards, second in rushing yards. They are very well built on this offense. And Walton will drop back to pass, tosses out to the left, and Austin will grab it and be eventually brought down at the 22, 3 yards to go. Now, Raleigh's defense, they have the least points against them, with the 5th highest point differential. Nothing too shabby on the offense. First overall in rushing yards and second overall in total yards. We have our 2 best offenses here today, ladies and gentlemen, facing off against each other. Unfortunately, Albuquerque has the worst total defense in offensive passing yards and total yards, and has a 3rd worst rush defense. So, although Albuquerque seems to be chugging through Raleigh's formidable defense, I imagine Raleigh might have a similar experience against Albuquerque. And Walton will hand it off to Whetstone. That is the fullback, Chris Whetstone, not quite getting the first down. Whetstone hailing from North Texas. Walton motioning the receiver, passing it to him in the middle. That is Combs, and Combs will get the first down. That is Tredarius Combs. This Albuquerque offense has a lot of talent on their receiving core, and you'll get to see a lot of displays of that today. And that'll be Austin with the easy touchdown in Raleigh. Albuquerque wasting no time getting points on the board, not even halfway through this first quarter. This is Ben Clifford sending it through the uprights. That is good. 7-0. One receiver we haven't seen yet today for Albuquerque is Percy Templeton. Round 2 pick this season. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of him today. Here Raleigh will receive it. That's Edwards taking it straight up the middle. Breaking a tackle and being brought down at the 28-yard line. This Raleigh offense is led by Jake Britton. All-star out of William and Mary. Britton will take it in shotgun, throwing out to the sideline. That'll be hauled in by Marquise Collins, the running back. A lot of talent in this receiving core too. Raleigh having first overall pick in the draft, Marcellus Walker, as well as round 6 pick, Marcus Gladney. And Collins be rushing it this time, but being tackled for a loss. That was James Riddick, the defensive tackle. Motioning the receiver, Britton. Dropping back for another pass. Bombing it down the middle. Snagged by Edwards. That was a huge reception there by Jamal Edwards, their number 1 receiver. And a crew of many talented receivers, talented sets of hands. Jake Britton handing it off to Collins up the middle, and Collins will get the easy first down. Raleigh making light work of this defense right now. Play after play. That is Marcellus Walker right there, ladies and gentlemen. Stud of a rookie from Alabama. The football star machine at that college. Jake Britton perfect on today, looking to continue his streak. Out to the right to Walker with a contested catch. Another first down, 1st and goal. Raleigh Royals. With the motion, Britton back to pass again. Out to the right. That'll be incomplete. Looks like that was broken up. And Gibbs, linebacker, will go out for the rest of the day with a back injury. That is Tony Gibbs. Tony Gibbs was acquired from Salt Lake City in between weeks. And Britton will take it himself. Won't quite get the touchdown there. Won't quite see pay dirt. But Gibbs was acquired with a 6th-round pick in exchange for Jabal Johnson, Salt Lake City, not too long ago. It's a shame to see him sidelined so early here in this all-star matchup. Britton handing it off to Collins. Collins extending. But getting down right before he could see the touchdown. And Raleigh will settle for a field goal here. Gilroy. Straight through, 17-yard field goal. And, you know, you got to be disappointed there. You don't want to see your team not fully respond. But let's hope that Raleigh's defense can put up a stand against Albuquerque. As Gilroy will kick it off. Lonnie Reed taking it up to the left, getting put on his back before he could even reach the 20. That is the 17-yard line. And Raleigh will have great position. Let's see if they'll hold them. And Austin will take it out to the right side. Austin gaining a good 7 yards there. Now, Raleigh is one of the teams in the NAGA that has a team owner. One of the many. With this dominant team, the owner, Logan, calls his defensive back core the no-fly zone. Acquired quite a few pieces from around the league. From St. Louis, from drafts, from Omaha. Trying to build a star-studded defense which they have quite successfully done. Sidebar here, that is Bossy. Not expected to return. Another trade acquisition that Albuquerque got. They got them from St. Louis in a transaction that included Bossy and cornerback Daquan Thomas. And here's Madison up the sideline, punt return. He is in for the touchdown. Unexpected turn of events. Jalen Madison. Go. Did not need to acquire that piece, that part of the no-fly zone. That is free safety Jalen Madison for the touchdown. Here I was going on about the Albuquerque-St. Louis transaction, in which Albuquerque also gave away Cameron Sterling, strong safety, and some draft capital. And Lonnie Reed will only make it to the 23-yard line. And the no-fly zone, as coined by the owner Logan, will take the field again. And that'll be easily defended there by Jalen Madison. Madison, on that play, might have tweaked his leg, but he will be back. When I asked Logan this week about his defense, he says that he does not need to worry about the defense. He just said that he hopes the offense can lock in. Said that he changed the playbook, messing around with it, since they only have a total of 57 points, but only letting up 33, to be fair, in total. That'll be a first down there. The Raleigh defense saying that they are not terribly concerned. Logan saying that the team is not terribly concerned about the defense, even despite injuries. Missing Marcus Moon. He knows he has a lot of depth and a lot of talent here on this defensive squad for the Royals. River Monsters with a 2nd and 7. Motioning number 47 out to the right. BJ Austin with yet another carry. That'll be another 3rd down. Jesse Lane coming back in for Austin, hoping to finish the job here and not go 3 and out. Although they didn't go 3 and out. Already prevented that. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Raleigh leading 10-7 at home. Albuquerque handing it off to the left to Austin, and Austin will not see the first down. Getting tackled actually for a loss by Amari Lawson, the cornerback. And that punt from Alex Lohman will see the end zone touchback. And Raleigh will start it here from the 20. Out to the left to Collins. Collins getting a gain of roughly 6 there. Not too long ago, Raleigh made some trades of their own, getting their center Frank Natale from Vancouver for their backup quarterback Daniel Peterson and a 4th rounder, protecting this all-star Jake Britton. And Collins will get right up to the 30, but not quite getting a first. We'll see if this offense can execute here on 3rd, and they will. Collins getting a first and then some, gain of 5 or 6, and Chris Bond will come in for the first time today. Chris Bond, graduate of Ole Miss. Nice fleet-footed back there. Look how speedy he is as he gets an easy gain of 6 yards. Marquise Collins will sub right back in. Nice young offense here. Nice young team overall. Similar to the Portland Grizzlies. And if you watched yesterday's game, you might see a lot of similarities in these two squads. Not letting up a terrible amount of points, while putting up a good amount themselves. Yet another piece on this offensive line that's been doing a great job is starting left tackle Ryan W. Davis. Round 3, pick 72. One of the many on this top 5 O-line. And Bond will get the screen pass way in the backfield. Try to work his way back up to the line of scrimmage, but ultimately getting tackled for a loss. That was Darrell Robinson, defensive end. And Britton will throw to the middle, not getting clear communication there, and we'll have a 4th down. Looking like the punting unit will see the field. As Luis Escobar with the touchback. Albuquerque getting it on the 20-yard line halfway here through the second quarter. No score yet in the second. Looks like these teams are slowly starting to figure each other out. Ryan Walton out to the right to BJ Austin, just shy of the first. When I saw this game on the schedule, I knew I had to commentate it. I asked the commissioner. He let me commentate this game. This game is what I like to call when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Two powerhouses here. Defended by Gabriel Taylor, I believe. Raleigh acquired Gabriel Taylor from Portland earlier this offseason. Well, not offseason. I think it was between week 1 and 2 for Zayden Jenkins. Nice little safety swap. And Edwards, hoping to get another touchdown here, will break 2 tackles. Get all the way up to the 35, giving them great field position, already in field goal position. Hopefully letting Nate Gilroy, if it comes down to it, give them another 3. Britton motioning the receiver. Handing it off to the right to Marquise Collins. Collins getting tripped up early. Looks like that was Marshall Clark on the shoelace tackle. Britton handing it off to Collins. Collins up to the right. Just shy of the first. Another 3rd down here. We've seen a lot of 3rd downs today. Not a whole lot of conversions on them. These two very equally matched teams. Britton trying to prevent the field goal unit from coming onto the field. Dropping back in shotgun. Out to the left to Newcomb. That was tight end Matt Newcomb. On his first reception of the day. Britton with another pass to the end zone. Sawyer! Jalen Sawyer. Touchdown Raleigh. And that'll put Raleigh up by 2 scores as Gilroy tacks on the extra point. Just over halfway through the second quarter. Raleigh hoping to keep this lead the way it is as they kick it back off. And Reed will take it up the left side, shoving off the defender. Getting brought down at the 22. That being Justin Shepard on the tackle. Austin for no gain. Stopped in the backfield. Seemingly two very different approaches. Already 13 rush attempts from Austin alone. Make it 14. Albuquerque deciding to run it more against the no-fly zone. Walton will drop back to pass, throw it deep, and Harris will bring it in. Be down up at the 50. That was Jamar Harris from UNC. Fullback in motion. Walton deciding to pass. Another deep one. Couldn't quite be brought in by Sam Thornburg, tight end. First attempt made in his direction so far today. Walton will hand it off to Austin. Austin breaking 2 tackles, being brought down by the 3rd tackler. That tackler being Gabriel Ramirez. And Walton will likely elect to pass this one. He will. And it'll be picked off! No fly zone in full effect. Amari Lawson. First interception of today's game. And Collins, Marquise Collins, wasting no time, making it up to the 50. And Raleigh will look to increase this lead. Give them a potential 3-score lead before the half. Britton handing it off again to Collins. Collins getting tackled just after he got the first. Moving the chains. Haven't seen a lot of defensive action for Albuquerque, except for that tackle for loss by Riddick. As defensive tackle James Riddick. This defensive line really is the highlight of the Albuquerque defense, but they did draft cornerback Aaron Dickerson in the 1st round in attempts to buff up this defensive passing defense, given how much they've let up, probably in practices even before the season started. Britton out to the right, one-handed grab by Newcomb. Newcomb pivoting, running out of bounds to stop the clock. Both teams still having all 3, 2nd and 6. Less than 2 minutes to go. Britton in the pistol formation. Motioning the receiver. Go. Dropping back. No pressure. Out to the left. Hauled in by Sawyer, who couldn't quite get the first down. Jalen Sawyer seeing a lot of action here in the 2nd quarter. Go. Britton with another pass. Out to Marquise Collins, who brings it in and gets up inside the 10. We'll have ourselves another 1st and goal for Raleigh. The game's momentum is looking to be very one-sided so far. Albuquerque needing to stop what they can before it gets out of control. Britton lining up in single back. taking his time. We have a QB spy. He will not be needed as Collins will get a gain of just 1 or 2. We'll have a 3rd and goal. I'm sure Raleigh would be happy with any points, but a touchdown would mean a whole lot more here. Let's see if they can get it. Britton dropping back out to the left. Couldn't quite bring it in. Intended for Jalen Sawyer once again. We'll have Nate Gilroy get them 3 points and increase their lead up to 13. Still a 2-score game here in Raleigh. As Lonnie Reed up to the right. Brought down just shy of the 25. We'll have 40 seconds to go. Both teams having all 3 timeouts. Let's see what they try to come up with here. And Walton looking deep, throwing it into like quadruple coverage. Luckily, just being swatted down by the no-fly zone. Ryan Walton only 50% completion percentage, no touchdowns. Unfortunate interception. Might be a free play here. Bombs it deep, and Lonnie Reed will get a huge game potentially here. Unfortunately, Albuquerque had a holding call. And they will move back 10 yards. I didn't get too excited for Lonnie because I had a feeling. And there's a late call with a lot of time. You know, quarterback's just chilling in the pocket. You know it's probably a holding. No timeouts being called here. Albuquerque with a bold strategy. Looks like they might just want to run this quarter out. BJ Austin won't even get the first there as the half comes to a close. 20-7. River Monsters having not scored since the first quarter and not getting the ball at the half. Questionable decision by the coach to not even try to get a touchdown there. Very uncharacteristic of Albuquerque with 77 points on the year. Now, the amount of points they've let up, this is about on par, but this Raleigh defense having the least points against them this season, it might make sense why we are seeing what we're seeing. Britton will hand it off to Collins. Collins with a spin move, but being brought down in the backfield. He was dropped by Lance Williams. Britton with 2 running backs, throwing it to the middle. Marquise Collins, a common target today, getting the first down. Jake Britton with some pretty great stats today. Nice completion percentage with only 4 incompletions. With another handoff, Marquise Collins, man of the day. He'll take a breather while Chris Bond goes back in. For some reason, this tandem back duo reminds me of when the Colts had Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines. You got that really powerful Doug Martin type back. And you have that more speedy, gets the passes out to the side. As the secondary back, the Nyheim Hines equivalent being, of course, Chris Bond. And Raleigh will elect to pass it. Quick pass out to Edwards. Edwards being forced down at the 22. Jamal Edwards getting the big gains today. I formation. Looks like the defense is reading the run. They elect to pass. Almost being sacked. Britton's able to throw it away. Not drawing any intentional grounding. Second down. Britton motioning the receiver out to the right. Dropping back, looking, and he finds him. Sawyer. Jalen Sawyer, the man in motion, and the man getting the first down. As Raleigh looks to extend their lead. Could go up 3 scores here in the third quarter. Go! Britton dropping back to pass, looking to his right. Overthrowing him. Intended for Matt Newcomb. Looks like a lot of the passes being hurled today that are incomplete have been intended for Newcomb. Not sure if there's any correlation there. Collins being brought down in the backfield. That tackle being made by Marshall Clark. One of the many studs in this 4-3 defense. On the line. Britton looking to the end zone. Through the hands, like off the hands of Marcellus Walker. And I'm sure all the guys on the sideline were patting him on the back saying, "Next time, Rook." Gilroy adding on another 3, and this will be a 3-score game. Reed taking it from the 5. Cuts. Shoves the defender. Breaks through. Did not want to go down there. Winding up at the 29. Brought down by Malcolm Riley. Walton. Taking it for himself up to the right. He's got a blocker. It looks like BJ Austin just abandoned his man. Unfortunately, right before Ryan Walton got there. 1 rush for Walton today. And Austin will also take it up to the right for a first down. Looks like Albuquerque might find their rhythm here in the third. Austin, nothing too impressive there on the rushes. Let's see what they decide to do. Austin, again, being aided by his fullback. Only for a gain of 2. Two wide receiver set. Austin again out to the left. Only gaining 1. And Jesse Lane will come in to see if he can't do anything more than Austin. The Tampa, Florida native. Looks like we might have another run play here. We won't. And it looked like for a second it was intended for Sam Thornburg, but he never turned around. I guess the huddle was a little loud here in North Carolina. We'll have another touchback. None of the punters punting inside the 20, kicking it out of bounds so far today. A lot of touchbacks. Britton alone in the backfield. Caught by Collins for a gain of 6. And Raleigh will continue to lead a flawless offense Ooh, but down goes Marquise Collins. Oh, but that was a penalty. Lance Williams on the tackle. 5-yard face mask. Still 3rd down. I know 5-yard face masks were abolished in the NFL. It's all 15 yards, but here in the NAGA, we still got him. Marquise Collins with a spin move. Trucking up to the 41, and Chris Bond will relieve him. 4 wide receiver set. Britton tossing to the left to Bond. Bond tried to cut in, but was brought down before he could get the first. That was Tommy Jallo. And that tackle there was again James Riddick. Very dominant force on this defensive line. Getting a lot of the tackles for loss today. 3rd and 9. Britton looking down the middle. Not quite intercepted. Looked like it was off the hands of Marion Gardner, Los Angeles native. And Raleigh will be forced to punt once again. And Escobar trying to maybe put a little backspin on it. Yet another touchback. One thing that is hard to find in the NAGA is consistent special teams talent. Some of these teams got it, some of them don't, and I think that makes all the difference sometimes. And Whetstone, the unexpected fullback catch for the first down. 47 with the little gesture there. And Albuquerque will try to keep this going. Walton motioning number 5 out to the left. Austin, the end around. And tackled just at the line of scrimmage by Robert Hale. Walton dropping back deep. BJ Austin with the toe tap catch. And Amari Lawson bringing him down with a 15-yard face mask. Looked very intentional there. And that'll put Albuquerque on the other side of the field. Let's see. They can keep going, give the kickers some better position. Don't want to be too hard on Ben Clifford. That was Brad Goodrich on the tackle from Baylor. Brad Goodrich, the veteran on the defense. And Lane work his way up to the 39. Still not where they'd like to be. 3rd and 4. It's like most of their yardage has come from pass. Let's see if they read. Nope, no they don't. And Lane will see no gain there. Oh, gain of 1. And Albuquerque may be forced to kick the field goal. And they will try it. Clifford with the try. Looks like it's leading out to the right. No good. 55-yarder. Might have been the first miss from Clifford on the season. I do not have my stat sheet up for that. Clifford been a consistent kicker so far this season. Collins getting swept down. Another face mask. I didn't quite see the face mask on that. You know, the refs don't need to help out Raleigh anymore. Raleigh can take care of themselves clearly here at home. Up by 16. And Britton will look to his right and find Marquise Collins will break a tackle, but get brought down after getting the first by Chantrell Haywood. False start, Sherman Campbell. And they will lose a couple yards just before starting the fourth quarter. Albuquerque still held scoreless since the first. Britton collapsed on. And that was Antoine Narcisse from LSU, another one of those football factories. We'll have second and long. Britton looking out to his right, and Newcomb will finally get a great target there. Pretty wide open for a gain of 6. Matt Newcomb, 3 receptions on 6 targets. Britton handing it off to Marquise Collins on the 3rd and long. Looking to subvert expectations and maybe attempt a pretty decently large field goal. And they will. This is the second 55-yard field goal you'll see within a minute or two, folks. Except this one is good. Off the bottom post. Nate Gilroy with the 54-yarder. And this lead will continue to grow. 19 points. Fourth quarter, 19 points, still 3-score lead. But Albuquerque has not shown that they can do anything about it. Which is surprising, as these two are 2 of the 3 remaining undefeated teams. That is alongside, of course, the Columbus Senators. That is Austin again. Couldn't get any major gain there. 3rd and 4. Walton dropping back to pass down the middle. Lonnie Reed with the first down. And this drive will continue. Austin out to the right once again. He'll be stopped after a measly gain of 2. Whetstone in motion. Walton down the middle again, off the hands of the receiver. Like that might have been Vince Bullard. Might have been Jamal Edwards, though. Couldn't quite tell. Deep pass to Thornburg. Reels it in. Down to the 37. And Walton, 7 incompletions on the day. Not looking bad when he decides to pass. Austin, second first down in a row here for the Albuquerque River Monsters. Jesse Lane will come in to see if he can do the same. A lot of formations with the fullback. A lot of run plays. False start, maybe. Probably offsides. That'll be a free play there. Offsides by Keenan Washington. And that'll be, of course, accepted. 1st and 5. River Monsters, I formation. BJ Austin out to the right, hurdling the defender. Tackled by Justin Shepard at the 12. Walton under center. Go! Motions and lane. Will go up the middle lane for a gain of 5. Only 5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Albuquerque looking to decrease this lead, but Reggie Pryor give them a little bit more distance. 2nd and 10 now. Go! Walton under center again. Dropping back down the middle. Lonnie Reed gets the first down, but just shy of the touchdown. Inches to go. And here Albuquerque will look to end a drought. Go. The handoff to BJ Austin, and he will get 6 points there. Albuquerque narrowing the lead by just a bit, making this a 2-score game. And Clifford will make it 7. Albuquerque down by 12. They need to make a defensive stand here against Raleigh, or hope that this near flawless offensive play calling has been, maybe they can get an interception. They will start off having Raleigh all the way back on their own 19. The handoff easily read. Marquise Collins getting stopped in the backfield. You already know his name. Man of the hour and Albuquerque player of the game likely, James Riddick. And Collins will get brought down once again. Looks like that was Daquan Thomas. Traded in from St. Louis. Britton looking deep. Incomplete pass intended for Marcellus Walker. 4th and 10, and Albuquerque will get the ball back here. Not much time wasted, but they can't waste any more. And Escobar will punt it down to the 34. Haywood on the return. Gets it up to the 42-yard line. It's now or never, ladies and gentlemen. And the River Monsters will look to strike. Walton dropping back to pass. Screen pass out to the right for a loss of yards. BJ Austin with the reception. Guess he just couldn't stop himself from going out of bounds. You hate to see that. 2nd and long. Walton in shotgun. Chucks it deep. Swatted down. Like that was Brad Goodrich on the swat there. Yes, it was. 2 defended passes on the day. And Walton will hand it off on a 3rd and long. And Robert Hale will get the stop there. Albuquerque might just give it right back. No, they won't. 4th and 17. Why not try? Walton looking out deep to the right. Intended for Lonnie Reed. Turnover on downs. Giving Raleigh excellent field position there. On the 35. Britton looking, scrambling, crunched by number 52. That is Marlon Gardner. Marquise Collins breaking a few tacklers. Breaking their ankles, getting a first down. And Raleigh will wind the clock down as we approach the 2-minute warning. Collins taking another handoff. Running the clock out. Albuquerque seeing what they're doing. Calling the timeout. Britton in pistol. Motions the receiver. Dropping back, looking to his left. That is Newcomb. And Newcomb will get stopped just before the first down. 3rd and 2. We are now at the 2-minute warning. Now they're up by 12. If they get a field goal here, that is a touchdown and then a touchdown with a 2-point conversion just to tie it. So the odds for Albuquerque are looking less and less here as we approach the end of the game. Britton looking to the end zone. Almost picked off. But it was a good ways out of bounds at that point. No harm, no foul. As Gilroy will look to tack on 3 points to this Raleigh lead. And he will. 33 yards is good. 29-14. Royals with their home opener. Not failing to impress. Reed will take it from about the 5. Spin move. Brought down to 21. Sorry, 22. Tackled by Brad Goodrich. Next week, Raleigh will be home again, facing off against the Memphis Liberty. Memphis looking to recover from the loss this past week. And Walton will take an unfortunate sack. Could not escape Cameron Parrish. First major play from him today. The starting defensive tackle. Walton with plenty of time. Finds B.J. Austin, who makes his way into Raleigh territory as Albuquerque burns their final timeout with 1.5 minutes left in the game. No option but to pass. The River Monsters in shotgun, out to the side. Thornburg stumbling out of bounds. Gain of 1. Next week, Albuquerque will face off against Tucson at home. Combs with the catch. Sorry. Yes. Yeah, they'll make their way back to Albuquerque. Go! And the Tucson Vipers. See if they can take out the likely 2-1 River Monsters. Tucson right now only having 1 win to their name. That'll be batted down by the defense. 3rd and 10. Under 1 minute left here to go. Ryan Walton trying to make the scoreboard look just a little better. As he drops back to pass, looks towards the end zone and finds Harris. Touchdown potentially in garbage time to Jamar Harris. And they will go for 2. Motioning the tight end, Walton dropping back, finding no one, and just chucking it out of bounds. If I'm the coach, I do not like to see that attitude from Walton. Got a nice young quarterback, Kenneth Bishop, who you drafted 3rd round Would not be surprised to see him next week, starting for the River Monsters. Never like to see your starting quarterback act like that in such a non-professional manner. And Raleigh will assume victory formation. Looking to close out this game 29-20. And that should be it. Final kneel. That will be all. Let's see what the players of the game are. Definitely Lawson on the defense. And again, Jake Britton put up a pretty great stat line today. It's like Albuquerque called more plays, but they were the wrong ones. Even had more yards, just couldn't execute where it mattered. The no-fly zone reigns supreme as Raleigh advances to be one of 2 undefeated teams heading into week 4, which is the halfway mark through the season. Raleigh hoping to go all the way this year with an ambitious leader, team owner Logan. Now to all of you out there who are viewing, if you want to be a part of this, let's just say you want to coach the River Monsters, turn them to the right direction, you can. Just hit up Commissioner Pasta Chef. Pasta, you can find him in the Axis public Discord. And I'm sure if you commented on here, he would invite you to the private Discord for the NAGA. We would love to have you guys. I myself am a leader. I will not disclose which team I am the leader of, as I want to be completely impartial in my commentary. There you have it, everyone. My name is Reed Option, and we all thank you here at the NAGA. We'll see you next time.